Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you get over to jerichogreen.net and hit that Linktree link in the description box. Venmo, Cash App. This is a viewer-funded platform, so I still need your generosity. Have you guys seen the photos of the new Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Are they even calling it that? Can they call it Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs if there aren't seven dwarves? And if Snow White ain't white? What the fuck? Somebody just took the whole world, like back in 15, and just turned it upside down. And we're hanging on for dear life. What the fuck is this? So I'll put a link in the description box for this article. But the picture came out of who's playing the Seven Dwarfs. So let's go back a little bit so we can set this up. Let's get some context. So recently, the famous little person actor, wouldn't you rather be called a midget than a little person? Anyway, he was on comedian Mark Maron's podcast, and he was talking about how the film is furthering the stereotypes of little people, and it's wrong. So Disney, in response, said, okay, we hear you, little fella, and we are going to change some things about the new Snow White movie. And they said that they don't want to perpetuate the dwarf stereotypes, and they are working closely with the dwarfism community. Everybody is a fucking community now. I'm starting to hate that word. But they're in close contact, and they're working with the dwarfism community, whatever the fuck that means. Do they get all the dwarfs in the world together and talk to them and see how they feel? Like, what does that even mean? Anyway, that's what they said. The pictures, there's the most famous picture, or infamous picture. They're in London, I guess, and they're filming in something Brookshire, someplace in England. And so they're walking down a hill, and you see all seven of them lined up, and it's one midget, one black guy, four white guys, and here is the craziest one of all. A black woman. Stop. If I didn't need my phone, I would put the window down and throw it out there right now. A black woman. Fuck. That sounds like the beginning of a joke. Hey, listen to this fucking joke here, right? A midget, a fucking black guy, four white guys, and a black broad walking through a fucking bar. What? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, but I could, because you have to look at it through this kaleidoscope known as 2023. One midget, a white midget, a black dude, four white dudes, and a black woman. And other than the little dwarf in the front, everybody else is of normal size. So they're not even dwarves. So is it Snow White, six regular people, and one dwarf? Or are you going to call it Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and not have seven dwarfs? Either way, we're fucked. And Snow White isn't even a white girl. You know, Snow White came out in like 1937. It's been that way since 1937, almost 100 years. And now Disney's going, what? There's dwarves and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. We got to change it. We got to start walking on eggshells. Why didn't you give a shit before? Why was it okay for the billions of children who've come and gone in the world and who are still here since 1937 to see it that way, but now you got to make it this way? And you know what? some low IQ jackass is going to see two black folks being added to it and a Latina as progress and not as the insult that it is. What? The actress Renee Zegler, who plays Snow White, is half Colombian. And she looks Colombian. Her daddy got some weak genes. Her mom's from Colombia, and her abuelita migrated here from Colombia, so she's very Colombian. She's half Colombian. She looks, well, the fact that she's half Colombian, I guess that doesn't matter. But the point is, she looks Colombian. So it's Snow Blanca y los seis minis. And it's not even, they're not even mini. They're not even midgets. How offensive is the word midget? Like if you called a little person a midget to their face, would they be ready for fisticuffs? What? Wait till you see the picture. It's 6 regular sized people. One of them's a black broad. And one little person, one dwarf. Why would you put... Why wouldn't you give a group that's underrepresented, why wouldn't you take an oppressed group and give them work? Because anybody who's not a fucking God-fearing white man or a white woman is oppressed. So even if you're a white dwarf, a white little person, you're oppressed. You gotta be an average-sized white person and not be oppressed. So you got an oppressed group, an underrepresented group, and you're gonna kick them to the tiny curb and hire 6 regular-sized people. Why would you help them out? Why would you help a dwarf brother out? There's another little person in the movie. It's they play the butcher, I guess. If you guys ever watch Scrubs, he's the dwarf janitor. He's on the janitor's crew. So you have him in other places in the movie. So why wouldn't you have them playing the fucking title characters? It's Snow White and the 7 dwarves. It's not Snow Blanca and the 7 diversity hires. A black dude and a black woman. Get the fuck out of here. In Snow White. And Snow White doesn't look white. Oh, man. Somebody, how do we get whoever turned this world upside down to turn it back to right side up? And all because Peter Dinklage had something to say? He was in a movie called Tiptoes with Gary Oldman and Matt McConaughey. All right. Playing a little person. So I guess you have a problem with them having a little pickaxe singing yo ho, yo ho? Is that what it is? And if it is, fuck you, Peter Dinklage, you're one person. Some might argue not even a whole person. Man, this is some bullshit. What the fuck? Hey, I guarantee you one thing. The Green family won't be watching that bullshit. Snow White and the 7 dwarves. She's not white and there are no dwarves. Or there's only one. Why wouldn't you give 7 little people some work? You could probably pay Peter Dinklage enough to get in there. You could get the famous little black dwarf who was in Bad Santa. Get what's his name from Austin Powers? Oh no, my bad, he passed away. That really wasn't a joke. I just forgot. Vernon Troyer, he passed away. R.I.P. Vernon. But you could find 7 little people and give them work in a major motion picture. See, that's one of the many downsides to the woke bullshit. You scratched one SJW itch, but you left another. We don't want to perpetuate the stereotypes of little people, but then you took 7 little people out of gainful employment. Man, shit. That's enough. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.